Professor McSquish meticulously demonstrates the standard 90-degree leg extension protocol. The pneumatic opposition secretly photographs Professor McSquish's technique using tiny camera-equipped sunglasses. Professor McSquish discovers the opposition's hidden recording device embedded in a potted fern. The Supreme Arbiter of Flexibility privately approves the hyperextension techniques that Professor McSquish condemns. Professor McSquish attempts to teach the fundamental 45-degree extension to a group of 3 junior gymnasts. The pneumatic opposition secretly installs a mechanical leg extension device in Professor McSquish's office. Professor McSquish accidentally activates the mechanical device, causing his leg to extend to 180 degrees. The Supreme Arbiter of Flexibility declares that Professor McSquish's traditional methods are now obsolete. Professor McSquish's meticulous extension protocols faced sudden disruption. The pneumatic opposition secretly introduced illegal hyperextension techniques. Professor McSquish discovered rival gymnasts executing forbidden hyperextensions. The Supreme Arbiter of Flexibility approved the revolutionary hyperextension methods. Professor McSquish's established protocols began crumbling under new hyperextension pressures. The underground gymnastic society fractured into competing leg extension factions. Professor McSquish realized his legacy hung by a single leg extension. The Supreme Arbiter secretly orchestrated the hyperextension revolution. Professor Pliable McSquish discovered the Supreme Arbiter of Flexibility had been secretly studying hyperextension techniques. The pneumatic opposition's leader began training young gymnasts using illegal overextension moves that would collapse traditional hierarchies. Professor McSquish's research notes were found torn apart by the Supreme Arbiter's pet octopus. The Supreme Arbiter secretly introduced a new flexibility scoring system that rewarded extreme leg extension over traditional technique. Professor McSquish's leg extension training program was sabotaged by the pneumatic opposition's invisible ink markers. The Supreme Arbiter of Flexibility began wearing a custom-made compression sleeve that glowed when leg extensions were performed. Professor McSquish's assistant was discovered secretly learning hyperextension moves from the rival faction. The Supreme Arbiter's revolutionary leg extension methods began causing gymnasts to develop new anatomical features. Professor Pliable McSquish discovered the Supreme Arbiter of Flexibility had been secretly transmitting leg extension blueprints to the pneumatic opposition. McSquish's eyes widened as he realized the Supreme Arbiter had been feeding hyperextension formulas to rival faction members. The chief leg extension analyst found his own extension protocols had been systematically undermined by the Arbiter's secret cooperation. McSquish confronted the Supreme Arbiter with mounting evidence of treachery during their next scheduled meeting. The Arbiter calmly explained that traditional leg extension hierarchies were outdated and needed revolutionary change. McSquish's investigation revealed that the pneumatic opposition had been receiving detailed extension techniques from the Arbiter for 3 months. The chief leg extension analyst realized his own extension techniques had been compromised by the Arbiter's secret cooperation with rivals. McSquish's final confrontation with the Supreme Arbiter revealed that the Arbiter had been secretly supporting hyperextension techniques. Professor Pliable McSquish discovered the pneumatic opposition had infiltrated the extension vault. The Supreme Arbiter of Flexibility was found wearing a rubber glove and a tiny hat. The pneumatic opposition's leader was discovered in the ventilation system with a rubber chicken. Professor McSquish attempted to climb the extension ladder, but his shoes were stuck to the wall. The Supreme Arbiter secretly handed over a blueprints document to the rival faction. Professor McSquish discovered his own leg extension protocols were missing from the vault. The pneumatic opposition had brought in a mechanical arm with a pizza. Professor McSquish realized the Supreme Arbiter had been secretly practicing leg extensions on a trampoline. Professor Pliable McSquish discovered the Supreme Arbiter had been secretly training with pneumatic leg extension devices. The pneumatic opposition's leader demonstrated their revolutionary hyperextension technique using a spring-loaded leg extension machine. Professor McSquish attempted to convince the Supreme Arbiter that hyperextension would destroy the established leg extension hierarchy. The Supreme Arbiter revealed their true allegiance by handing over the official extension protocol documents to the pneumatic opposition. Professor McSquish realized he had been outmaneuvered by the rival faction's secret hyperextension training program. The pneumatic opposition's hyperextension techniques caused the leg extension currency system to crash completely. The Supreme Arbiter of Flexibility attempted to justify their betrayal by claiming hyperextension would make humans more flexible. Professor Pliable McSquish's final leg extension technique successfully restored the original hierarchy to the underground gymnastic society.